pretty soon.
Right.
Um, Tell us other things. I know you said, okay, it changed the power struggle of your sales pitch, but what other great things come from increasing your credibility?
Yeah, confidence in yourself really is one thing that I found is because before I had my book, I was up against media reps and ad agencies out there, and they had all their stats and everything. And who was I? But when you have your book, it builds confidence in yourself so that I can talk with anybody now about marketing and know that I know that I know. And if they have any questions, I just hand them a copy of my book and it changes in their mind, right? So self confidence changes dramatically. And what that does is it changes the conversation because I don't have that pressure to produce. It's not a sales meeting anymore. It's a conversation to see how can I serve you? And so the credibility for me really changed how my clients and prospects thought of me, but it also changed how I thought of myself, which led to a lot of speaking opportunities, around the community, around organizations that I serve. I never have to worry about what I'm going to say when I'm invited to speak because I just reiterate the core concepts of my book and my philosophies and why I do what I do around credibility marketing. So it has really helped me build greater confidence in myself and give me a great thing to say in any platform, whether it's a podcast like this or whether it's a real live stage somewhere where I'm speaking. It gives me the ability to have confidence, but to communicate a message with absolute clarity that resonates with the audience that I'm speaking to.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to ask you about. If you got speaking engagements, and then do you take the angle to speak to try to get clients, or to speak for money and try to get clients, or just to speak for money?
Yeah, I take the first approach. I'm usually speaking to get clients. So
Hmm.
I don't get, people don't pay me to come. They usually bring me in to educate their
Hmm.
audience, whether it's attorneys, financial advisors, chiropractors, whoever, around the concepts of marketing and credibility because this concept will work for any business owner. Doesn't matter what you do. You're all fighting in a sea of competitors. And unfortunately, I say most business owners look like coffee beans. Right? I'm a coffee guy. I love coffee. But if you pour coffee beans on the table, they all look the same and they smell the same. And if you as a business owner look like and sound like all of your competitors, you're a coffee bean. You're not giving your audience a reason to choose you. And that's why you're viewed as a commodity. So what we do is talk to audiences and explain to them the importance of communicating their story of why do you do what you do because you could be doing 100 different things and then sharing your expertise with your audience through the pages of your book and all the other systems that we have.
Now, what is the end game at a speaking engagement? I'm very interested in this because I've done 3,000 speeches in like 12 countries, and I know what mine is. But are you trying to get them into your book writing program or to your other consulting, or do you have some type of membership site or one-on-one program? What are you trying to get them to do after they hear you speak?
Yeah, my number one thing is always I want them on my list. I
Hmm.
believe
Of
my
course,
list is
yeah.
my number one asset. So then through that is going to be engaging in a conversation, usually around is writing a book the best thing for them, the right next step for them. And many times when I'm speaking to an audience, for a lot of those people, it is the right next step. For some of them, it's not. And that's why we've put together some coaching programs because what I find is a lot of business owners, they're really, really good at what they do, but their message needs some help. And
Yeah.
so we have a coaching program, an 8-week program where we help them clarify what we call their signature message. What's that message that's unique to them and compels their prospect to take steps toward them? So sometimes we will just work with somebody to create that signature message and help them draft a credibility marketing plan going forward based on what they're currently doing. Go out, use that, generate some revenue, come back to me in a few months, then let's do your book. So I'm really about how do we help you grow your business? And what Tom, you remember when we were kids, you would stand in line at the lunch line, right? In school, and there'd be a line of 20 or 30 kids. And if you cut in line and went from the back to the front, you got pulled out of the line and I got sent to the principal's office,
Hmm.
right?